So trains come every 5 minutes. There are 4 trains on the line and only Toontown, Main Street, and Northern Square, 3 stops. Yeah, so it's now 11:06, so maybe from the time I got into line, maybe 5 to 6 or 7 minutes. So, but we're starting at Toontown. We're going through Small World and the Fantasyland area, and then we're going to show you the dioramas I saw during my tour. Because she had said, try not to film during the tour, so I thought it's been a nice option for you to see that. Here we go. So that's Toontown, or the entrance to Toontown over there. And you can kind of see through there. And then train moving forward. This is very much like the train we saw on our first trip this morning. The train before this one had a more traditional seating line where everyone was facing sideways.
Good afternoon, welcome aboard Holiday 2 on the Disneyland Railroad. For your safety, we just ask you to please remain in the tunnel. Keep it as hands, arms, feet, legs inside the train. Please supervise your children to make sure they're sitting away from all screen openings. Our next stop is Mickey. Our next stop is moving to Tomorrowland.
Land of them all, Fantasyland. You can see people stepping onto It's a Small World just below us. And, off in the distance,
this is nice. So because of that, they've lit both sides. I like that. Hi. Small World has quite the line. And I could have used my lightning lane for that too, but I can still grab that later tonight. The railroad crossing, but it looks like it's an active agri-future. That's amusing. So there's Fantasyland and the Outer Edge. That looks like it's part of a ride. That's got to be Toontown.
If you're into soaring spaceships,
that's what we did this morning.
Evil empires and emperors, Tomorrowland is definitely the place for you. Speaking of which, we're pulling into Tomorrowland Station right now.
That's a neat idea. So at the end of the day, if I was in New Orleans and it wasn't too late, I could take the train all the way to here and get right on the monorail back out to Disneyland. That's kind of awesome.
Nature's own design, the Grand Canyon. For your safety, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. Watch your children and no flash photography.
It's supposed to be the Grand Canyon. So they've got some animation on the top with the birds flying, and then you're going to see on this one still animals, because I didn't see any of them moving. I don't think any of them are animatronic. And I don't like the smell in this space, and I'm trying to figure out what it is, but it's very chemically.
That was the Grand Canyon as we know it today. But it wasn't always this way. Now, let's travel back in time, way back in time, to the fantastic past of the primeval world. Land
Welcome
of the
to the diorama. Dinosaurs had glowing red eyes. Unless you were an omnivore or a plant eater or an herbivore, then your eyes didn't glow red.
Enjoyed your travels with us, and that you'll come back to run.
You're now steaming your way back into Main Street Station, so please remain seated to the train makes a flying to safe stop.
Welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. We're embarking on a grand circle tour of the Magic Kingdom. we'll be stopping at New Orleans Square, Mickey's Toontown, and Tomorrowland. We'll also visit the Grand Canyon and make a trip back in time to the primeval world and the age of the dinosaurs before returning to Main Street Station. As we begin our journey, remember that for a safe trip, you need to stay seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your children.
Bienvenidos a bordo del Disneyland Railroad. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren.
So right now in front of us is the Jungle Cruise ride. Not that you can see it because it's a big hill, but that's the Jungle Cruise.
But to get there, we need to pass through the wilds of Adventureland. It may seem peaceful through here, but trust me, it's a real jungle out there.
The train will stay full until you stop. It's going to be your stop. New Orleans, Bayou Country, Galaxy Guides, Adventureland.
Alright, this is our stop. Alright, here we go. Brought us right out here in New Orleans Square and at the entrance for Haunted Mansion Holiday. So let's go take a stroll. We have a lightning lane to make it a little faster. So you can see it now. It was harder to see in the dark last night. But it's pretty crazy. All the extra Christmas decorations on top of all the haunted stuff. Kind of fabulous. December 25th. Looking for the square root of December 25th by 12. And in we go. They have put bows on every animal sculpture. This is Cat and her kittens, I assume. Pig. Bunny. Dog has a green one. And Rosie, the pig, has a green one. She was a poor little pig, but she bought the farm in 1849. Buddy, our friend until the end. This is always one of the best parts. Now, even though it's a lightning lane, it's still going to take some time because it is so crowded. The regular line let me check. The ride itself, the regular wait time is 80 minutes right now, which is, yeah. Memory, my rat, whom loved, now he resides in the remains up above. Okay. There's a fish too. That's fun.
We continue our holiday tour in no time at all.
So this is set up as different when you get into the ride. So you can see the ride there. With the one in Florida, it's not, you're not walking by it for this much long. It's kind of cool. You've got Portrait. That has not changed, so she stays in ages. And then they have a cat in the corner, and that cat stays the same. They just helped somebody with the ECV in, which slowed the ride for a moment, which is pretty standard. So try to see what else we can find in this ride. Well, it was kind of cool last time. Let's watch. Scary Christmas to Merry Christmas keeps turning in the front there. That's cool.
Children, please. All good girls and boys must sit safe in their seats. Keep in their sleigh.
All right.
Hands, arms, legs.
Got our skull and crossbones. Here we go. Shaky, shaky. Season screamings.
More rapid than vultures, the mansion was changed. All was soon covered, adorned,
Oh, so it's instead of the lights, the candelabra, it's a 0. And they do have Donald Duck there. So Leota's set up like a crystal light, and she's talking about the 12. She's about the 12 days of Christmas, but they are all 12 passion potions, 5 lucky charms. I can't read them all. I was reading them before, and I thought I was recording. 11 candles floating. 6 mystic mirrors. 7 balls of something. So they're all the 12 days of Christmas. So the castle house they do. So that's their version of a gingerbread castle. The ghost who's blowing her stuff out is still there, but they haven't. And the one guy on the other, but they released them. Oh, and there is a hidden Mickey. I don't know if you can see it. If you look down at the table, it's the second one in is a hidden Mickey. Walt Disney World, it tends to be the first one on this side, but they often don't like that and take it out, which makes me sad. I'm glad it's here, though. Ooh. Snake's going all the way through. There he's got his list. Firecrackers ready to go. Really not pretty jack-o'-lanterns. And look who's here. Hi, Hatbox Ghost. And Switch. Come on, Switch. Oh, this is awesome. There you go. This scene out here was stunning. So here we get to go look at it again. Look at like the quote-unquote angels playing instruments in the distance they added. It's really nuts, all the extra stuff they added.
Look at all the happy faces.
Thank you, Jack. So they keep the instruments, but they have other attachments on them. They've added Christmas hats to some of the ghosts, like... Oh, is he going to pop up again or no? I love this Sally. These guys are singing the same as the ghost, but it's a different song. Sing. Presents. Oh, I like the martini glass that guy has. Guys are kind of scary. And then we get Oogie Boogie.
I can't wait to see you. They're all good fun. Oh, this works.
Oh dear. They've got little creepy crawly eyeballs on the top there. Let's see what we got. We got a question box. Uh-oh. What's going to happen with the question box? Hello, question box. Is that winking, blinking, and nod or something? Did I get it? Yeah. Hey, question off my face. It's funny, when I'm in Disney World, sorry, when I'm in World, you hope you're going to get a seat in the monorail, but you don't have to stand. Here, nobody stands you. Yeah, can't, it's not tall enough. In fact, me getting in and out, I had to duck my head, so somebody who's tall would really have an issue. But here we go. To downtown Disney, go to our... when you come out, there's actually a gate here. If you need to take the elevator down, which I do, and I think these people will be joining me, so let's go here. So when you leave California Adventure, you see Oswald, and when you leave Disney World, Disneyland, you see Mickey. And once you come off the monorail, you turn, you see that? That's my hotel complex. So we're relatively close. It's still a bit of a walk to get to the far corner where my stuff is, but it's so much closer than if I had had to walk all of downtown Disney. Now that we've left the parks, well, it was a great day, really. That tour was fun. I didn't get to use some of the special bells and whistles they offered, but I'm going to use them later, probably, hopefully. We'll see if I get out of my room tonight. Well, it'd be nice to have the fancy popcorn and all those things. If it doesn't happen, and I'm okay with it. But this is kind of cool. This is a holiday version, a confection version, of the Disneyland Hotel. So it's all fondant and candy. It's a much simpler one. It says, please do not touch, and that is, yeah, don't do. But I'm going to put up the picture of everything that's in there. We are heading over here to the Broken Spell Lounge. Goofy's Kitchen is where we're going to supposedly have breakfast tomorrow, but now we're going to have a quiet drink. This used to be Steakhouse 55. We loved that. The elevators are huge, by the way. I'm standing in one corner. This thing is massive. Like double the size of the ones at the Pixar Hotel. It's crazy. All right. I like the carpet, by the way. I don't know if you've seen it yet. It's very pretty. It actually looks like Christmas balls all the time. Kind of small worldish, I guess. Yeah, maybe that's it. There's not, but it seems to be. All right. Back to our room, just the way we left it. I have got a few odds and ends to take care of. And then I'm sleeping. So yeah, I'm tired. Good evening. It is 10:33. And as you may be able to tell by the way I am dressed right now, I did not get dressed back up, go to the fireworks, or do anything else other than sleep. I got back to the room about, let me think, 4:30ish or so. Briefly gave a call to my family just to say hi, see what was going on, and then fell asleep and my eyes were bleeding, not bleeding, but they were really not feeling good. And I thought to myself, well, you've just lost most of your opportunity to go out and get food and dinner and fancy popcorn they were going to give you and all that other stuff. What do you want to do, Michelle? And then I remembered I'm in a DVC property. It has a microwave. And I had leftover pork from last night. And I have leftover fruit from this morning. And I have leftover pepitas and other food products from the club. Plus churro toffee if I want to do it, which I haven't discussed yet on my other vlog. And I thought, well, look at that. It's a veritable smorgasbord. So I'm having leftovers. Yay. So I just heated the pork up and I'm going to eat. And when I'm done that, if I'm coherent, we'll talk. And if not, I'll tell you about the rest of the day tomorrow. So I'll be back once I'm finished eating, which hopefully won't be long at all for you guys. Be right back. Side note, check to see the settings on the fridge before you put food in there. The freezer was a little too cold. The fridge, I should say, was a little too cold. I don't think that was on the top shelf either. I'm re-cooking the pork a little longer because it's still not able to be forked. Berries are still okay. Yogurt's okay. Melons are not okay. All right, we're going to try this again. If you've enjoyed watching this trip, seeing how to enjoy the parks, to see Disneyland at Christmas, to handle the crowds, to understand what it's all about, give this a thumbs up. Comment down below and tell me what thing was most interesting, what ride or what experience or what you want to know more about. And like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff, none of the bad stuff. And don't forget that... Oh, I don't have a tagline. Singing hey ho, a maiden's life, 1, 2, 3. Hey ho, a maiden's life, won't you drink with me?